Hi, and welcome to Talking Tech. I'm your host, Alejandro Hoyos, and today we're here at CES 2026, and we are at the Acer booth, and we have Eric with us today. Hey, Eric, how's it going?
Doing well, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and great to see you again. So, what do we have here?
Well, we have some new and exciting fun products to talk about. We'll talk about our Swift line. We'll start with the Swift Go, which is available in two sizes, 14-inch and 16-inch, both utilizing the new Intel Core Ultra 3 series processors. These are designed to be thin and light. I'd say maybe for a student level segment, they're going to come in a little bit more affordable price point than the ones we talk about later.
Yeah, I think I love all the stuff. Like lately, as I've been traveling even more, what you guys have done a lot, I like, is all the different types of ports that you guys have. You have like two Thunderbolt ports here. Actually, I love the HDMI there, Type A, USB-C, and then we have, our friend, here's Jack. And then we have another Type A port, which is great. I am a big fan of Jack.
So it's important to not just offer great performance and portability, but also connectivity so that people can use all the devices they have or want to use with the device when they get stationary and need to use those devices. So that's an ethos that we've kept around for quite a while.
No, that's great. And
so one of the things that stands out besides the new architecture on the CPU is the fact the OLED panel is vibrant and has great HDR capabilities. So it's a very good experience looking at the screen. On the touchpad, it's not visible here because we have a pre-production software running, but in the past we had an activity indicator.
Right.
So we've gone away from that because everybody kind of expects an NPU now. That's good. But instead we have a media control. So it's contextually aware. When it needs to be there, it'll pop up. Or it has a media control player that can be activated here to pull up what you need to fast forward, control the media, move through pictures, control volume, turn it off, things like that. It's also useful for doing video or voice calls as well.
Oh, that's great. It comes in really handy.
And the design, focus on that for a minute. Thin and light, under 16 millimeters, and using a magnesium aluminum chassis, so it is durable but light.
For the people who travel a lot, this size it's amazing. Actually, yeah, I like it a lot.
And then available also, as we stated briefly, 16-inch, so a larger display and still quite portable, easy to fit in a bag and take with you.
The other thing I like about this size is also you actually have your name number key lock over there. So comes in handy for all of those finance and accounting.
I'm using Excel all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so we have seen these two. I see you have a couple more over there. I think I really like that one.
Indeed. Let's take a look.
All right.
So this is the Acer Swift 16 AI, and this is an incredible product. So first of all, great new architecture from Intel on the silicon. We're going up to the Intel Core Ultra X9 on the Series 3. The benefit of that is the integrated graphics is pretty darn good. So now you can do so much more with your PC, including not just get work done, but play games on an incredible thin and light. Again, we're using the magnesium aluminum chassis, but I think the standout for this product is this very large touchpad.
Oh, nice.
This is a haptic touchpad. So the benefit of that is it's going to be more reliable. It's a consistent touch feel across, and it can be adjusted slightly for the feedback it provides. It also supports an active stylus, which we do include with the system.
Oh, nice.
So this is great for doing on-the-go editing of pictures or doing sketches and drawing. Also, you can get rid of like electronic signing because now you can actually have your signature on things, but great also for taking notes if you're a student. Rounding out the product, it does get a wonderful 3K OLED panel. It is Visa HDR certified, so you're getting great true black colors. The vibrancy is amazing. And then we've made some fine tuning to the speakers to make sure they're isolated, so you're not getting noise from the cooling solution or vibrations in the chassis. It's just a better overall solution.
Nice. Mind if I pick it up for a second?
Not at all.
Thank you. I love now that the majority of the systems have just a Thunderbolt connection or a USB-C for the charger. Makes life a lot easier.
Oh, it's so easy to be able to plug in and charge anywhere. It's a lighter power adapter. It's a convenient plug and consistent. That's a benefit. If it's okay, I'd like to point out that this will be exclusive to Best Buy in the United States. This replaces the product we have on the shelf already, but now it's even better, and it continues to be a mainstream of our lineup at Best Buy. What we're looking at is the unique US Best Buy ID. So it's a darker gray and it has this nice gold foil kind of finish to it there to highlight the simplified design on the A cover.
It's really nice. I really like this cover that you guys have done that. And it's really thin. I mean, I'm really impressed how thin it is actually. And yeah, it's actually thinner than the Swift Goes, right?
Absolutely. As we move up the line, you're going to see we pay more attention to the ID and driving a thin and light design on the thin and light Swift category.
This is great. Okay, so here on the side we have the HDMI port, which is pretty handy. The Type A, now you have the two Type C or Thunderbolt in there, and then on this side we have another Type A. We had an audio jack. I love it, and this is an SD card reader, which is awesome when it comes for content creators.
You know, we hear a lot that people want to have it, and of course having a Type A connector where people have adapters are useful, but it's so much nicer just to be able to plug in and go.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, and now with the capabilities of you have a 16 cores here and a bunch of other stuff, it makes it for a great product, and love it that you guys are doing it in Best Buy.
This is a sweet spot. It's going to be a great product for us. But as you noticed, we're getting thinner as we move this way. So let's go talk about the Swift Edge products. So the two new Swift Edge products, the Swift Edge 16 AI and the Swift Edge 14 AI. The numbers indicate pretty obviously the screen size, so a 16 and 14 inch. These are still using the Core Ultra 3 series processors. We do lose the X designation, so we're not quite as powerful with the graphics. But we're driving a very thin and very light design. Most notably on the 14 inch here, we're under 14 millimeters on the Z height and under 1 kilogram for the weight. We made a little bit of a change to the chassis. Magnesium aluminum on the previous products, magnesium aluminum on the D and C covers, but the A cover is a stainless steel magnesium. It also, as we turn the screens, turn it around so you can see, has the same design, just a little bit different coloring than we saw in the Best Buy exclusive ID. And of course, we're using OLED panels, so it has a nice visual experience for the users. We do not get the haptic touchpad because that takes up a lot of space, and we're really driving that thin ID. It does get that media control touchpad.
This one. Oh, that's great. You mind if I grab the 14 inch?
By all means,
I'm really excited and curious about how, yes, it is so light. Oh my God. And look, it just gets thinner and thinner and thinner. This is awesome. This is definitely going to be like a road warrior's dream of a system. Jack, Type A, and you have your two Thunderbolt ports and your HDMI output, which is great. I love it, and I bet the power brick is so smaller now because 65 watts makes life a lot easier.
So you mentioned the Road Warrior, and I think exactly what these two products are for. And frankly, I'd go a little bit higher up and say it's the executive Road Warrior, because these are so thin, so light, and look great. But the portability, making it easy to go, and the long battery life, the performance that comes with it, there's just no letting an executive down.
All right, so these are the whole lineup that you guys have, but I heard you also have some other on the gaming side if you want to go check them out.
Absolutely, let's do that.
Okay, so now we're here on the gaming side, looking at the gaming lineup from Acer, which is the Predator lineup. So Eric.
So on the gaming laptop side, what we're announcing at CES 2026 is one Predator laptop and two Nitro products. Let's start with the Predator Helios Neo 16 AI. This is part of our Predator lineup, which is bifurcated into two families. Triton, which is a thin and light on-the-go gaming and maybe creator product, and then Helios, which is more about performance. So it's a little bit thicker design, but you're getting better product for gaming. In Helios, we have a sub-brand called Neo, which is what we're talking about here. The point is to make a high-performance system more affordable and accessible to users.
Right.
What does that is by having the latest Intel Silicon, the Core Ultra 9 series, but also topping off at the RTX 5070 laptop graphics. By going to a higher level graphics, there are greater requirements for thermals and an added cost just for the solution itself. We have a beautiful OLED panel here, WQXGA resolution, HDR certified, and high performance cooling. We're using our 5th generation AeroBlade 3D fan. It's not our latest, that's reserved for the higher end Helios, but it's more than adequate for the package it's put in here, which is a thin and light gaming device.
No, that makes sense. And also, you guys started using liquid metal like from a year ago, and you also implemented it.
Yeah, that's part of our cooling solution, is that liquid metal thermal interface does a better job bonding the heatsink and the silicon to make sure the heat transfer is thorough and keeps components running optimally, but also prevents long-term failure as well.
Oh, that makes sense. That's great. I also see you have two other ones.
Yeah, so these are the Nitro line, which sits below Predator in our lineup in terms of performance, ID, cooling solution, and most importantly, price.
Right.
These are much more accessible for people that are just getting into gaming or maybe don't have as high a level of requirement. So the Nitro V16 and the Nitro V16S AI. The S indicates that it's a little bit slimmer than the standard chassis.
That makes sense. And one thing that I like about this, or the interesting thing that when we're working with you guys together with Acer, is that you have paired, our Intel Core Ultra 7 with this, and And the reason behind it is we know we have 20 PCIe lines that actually can connect to that discrete card that people might be also be looking for.
Exactly. So although it's starting point for our gaming lineup, it still offers exceptional performance. And part of what you said is the reason why.
It is great. And one of the things, and I like this a lot. You guys have here, so I'm going to steal the laptop for a second. Well, not steal, borrow, right? But here, I love having an jack, an RJ45 right here, because for people on the road like me, this comes in really handy just to be able to plug it in. The HDMI port, love it on the outside, Type A, you have your Thunderbolt, and you have the power plug over here. Oh, you guys changed the back?
We did. It's a slight design change.
Oh, nice.
Nothing radical, but we had some red and blue line elements on it before that kind of gave it a gaming feel. We're going for something a little more sleek. We realize that we can open up to a broader audience by making it less in your face.
Okay, oh, that makes sense. I like it. This is a kind of a cleaner look. I like it a lot. It's really nice. And then on this side we have, yes, the old trusty Kensington lock, and you have two Type A's and my other friend Jack. So we have RJ and Jack.
So the RJ45 is really important because this is a killer networking solution. So it's going to bind the Wi-Fi and the Ethernet together for even greater performance.
I know, it's look good. And then we have this one over here.
So pretty much the same product with a slight change in that we're driving for the Z height to be even thinner. And I can hand that to you. And it too has removed those blue and red lines.
Yeah, you just also did the change down here on the logo.
Wow, you've got a good eye for detail.
Yeah, and I love the what you have done to the keyboard. And like I said, I need a numpad for my life and for everything.
I think it means we just work too much.
Yeah, that is true. I completely agree. And yeah, on the back also, the clean, I really like the clean look. It's really, really nice. And also the polish you guys did here in the back. That's awesome.
So part of the opening up to new segments that I mentioned is this becomes a great device, not just for gamers, but somebody that needs the creative power that can come from a discrete graphics, which is of course in this system, but now it doesn't embarrass them when they go to class or present somewhere.
No, that makes completely sense. Oh, I like it. I like what you get, the change that you got, so it's really nice. Well, Eric, I appreciate taking us around all the different systems, and I hope you guys have a great CES.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.